Anyone named up there, all died violent deaths. Says in front of me in there, VOL, volunteers in the IRA. Except that guy, Jared McCauley, and the young lad, Sean O'Riordan. Says in front of their name, Fianna, which means they were a member of the Fianna, which is the junior wing of the IRA. You become 18, then you graduate and become a volunteer. All those that are depicted in the back wall are all here, on this wall, on this side, as well as here. Sean Gaynor in the 1920s, the two Duffin brothers in 21, right up through to here. That's them depicted just there on the left. And the last one is this guy here, Pontius McGard, who's just over to the left or the right. The 1920s is a very violent period. That's when partition came in. And then you had another IRA campaign in the 40s during the Second World War. And then in 69 when it started up again. There's four there in the one day. The four of them were constructing a bomb. The bomb went off prematurely. The four of them died. As I say, anyone on this side of the wall here died violent deaths were in the IRA. These are all innocent people on this side of the black here. Again, the 1920s, very violent. Some of the ages there's a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 19, 20, 19, 18, men, women and children. 1966, the sectarian starts again. This guy's one of the first to be shot dead, John Scullion, in 1966. These three, 1, 2, 3, they are all alleged victims of the guy was seen on the other side, Top Gun McKay. He was shot dead in the front garden of his home having a couple of beers on a summer's night. He was shot dead on his way to work. Seamus Sullivan and Philomena Hanna, she worked in a local chemist shop. She delivered the medications to both communities. McKaig's alleged gunman came in and shot her dead. Why? We always had a story when someone was killed. She was a spy for the IRA when she delivered the medications in the Protestant era. Load of nonsense. If she'd been in the IRA, her name would have been on this plaque here. They always claimed they're people that didn't disown anyone. These what I'm holding here are plastic battering rounds fired by the security forces. These are fired in riot situations. They are fired to hit you.
The plastic bullets, right? These are huge.
They're fired to hit you in the legs when there's rioting taking place. When you fall down, you can be arrested. These are lethal. 17 people died through being hit with these. These hit you about the head here, you're in trouble. Hit you about the body, fired in close to do a lot of internal damage. So out of the 17 people who were hit, 8 of them were children who died.
Yeah, I always read about rubber bullets. Rubber bullets, the rubber bullet
was about that length and a point on it. Of rubber said that they were not accurate enough, that these were more accurate. But tens of thousands of these were fired off. That guy there was hit by one of them, Dominic Maron. He didn't die the year before. He lay on a life support machine for years. This metal plate in his head. That lady there was also hit by one Nora McCabe. These are all innocent people on this side. Not just as graphic as what we've seen on the other side, but again, you could see, Look down the back of the houses. There's your added protection. You see the metal structures running the back of the house, the angled structure there. That runs the length of the street here. It used to be in these top two houses as well, but they took it down to do work on the rooftop and they never put it back up again. People must have wanted to leave it above. So you see how close the houses are here to that fencing. So that's to prevent anything coming over and hitting there. If you look in through here on this side, there's the lad there, one who's depicted on the wall, Jared McCauley. On that first night of violence, 6 people died. 4 Catholics, 2 Protestants were shot dead. There's a vehicle there driven in between the houses and satellite to make sure they burn the homes down. That is the aftermath. And there's the soldier walking in Bombay Street where we're standing here today. That makeshift barrier there. Anything beyond that as a Catholic or a Protestant community, that's why the barrier is where it is. You can see the Union flag flying in one of the houses. You see just in behind there. See that house, that street is running off at an angle. There's a flag flying just in the corner there, if you can see it. That shows you how close together. Where the barrier is, anything behind that, as you can see, some of the old houses are bricked up, ready to be demolished. Where the barrier is there is where your wall is today. That gable end where the white van is, that gable end is this end here. All these other names around here are all people from this immediate area who were involved